Hey guys, 219 Tiger here, and you can see by the title of this video, never really talked about being committed. Um, I was committed multiple times. I had 15 different suicide attempts. And I've been to several different places, some places more than once. It was, let's put it this way, my experiences, it was helpful, but it was also scary in the same breath. Because each place was different, and I'm going to talk about the different places and what kind of happened. When I tried taking my life in North Carolina, I was sent to a... First of all, I tried to OD on pills, on aspirin. I took some cheer wine, and I decided to, empty a bottle of Tylenol 3s into it, and proceeded to drink it. And, well, one of my friends at the time, pretty much took me to the called an ambulance, they took me to the hospital. Let's put it this way. They wanted to stick a tube down my throat and stomach pump me, and I told them no. So they handed me a tube of charcoal. Let me tell you something, charcoal does not taste good. And they had me, I don't know if it was ketamine or what it was, but I was loopy as all get out. I was kind of like half sedated, half awake. Like the lights were on, and it was just like everything was blurry, and it was scary. It was fuzzy. It was kind of like, what the hell is going on? Type of thing. Needless to say, I woke up. I was transferred to this place called Synergy. And believe it or not, it was a very decent place. It wasn't like completely on the level of being completely locked down, but it was awesome. They had a smoking room, where, you couldn't go outside. So they had a smoking room, and there was other people there for different reasons. Some people were there because, and I was actually there around with people my own age, thankfully, too. So it wasn't, older people. I was there with people who, some people had drug issues, some people, anger issues, just other issues. It was a nice place. The food was actually decent. It was really good. I think the worst place I went was the mental hospital in Tinley Park. That was the first time I was actually committed at an actual mental hospital and not a treatment center. Because the majority of the time I went to treatment centers. It wasn't a actual mental hospital. I've been to two mental hospitals, one in Dyer, Indiana, and one in Tinley Park. I've been to Dyer twice, Tinley Park once. Tinley Park is now closed. To talk about Tinley Park, Tinley Park was scary. And the fact that I was there with people who were lifers. There are people that were there for life. We're talking people who are doctors. There was a guy that was a former doctor once upon a time. That, I guess his family couldn't take care of him anymore, so they committed him. Which is sad, but some people, that's what they do. They dump, people who got Alzheimer's and the family just can't take care of them. They dump them off in a mental hospital. It blows my mind, but I was there with people that, talk, would talk to themselves. There was people that would, just were out of their minds, basically. I don't like to use the term crazy, but were out of my mind. We could not go outside for cigarettes. They did not take us outside. So imagine being a smoker. Now, imagine being a smoker and, yeah, they make you go to groups. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the groups were okay. The girls and guys were separated. Only time we ever got to see the girls is if we were in a group. They did have a dance, surprisingly. So we were able to kind of mingle with the girls. But other than that, like, it was crazy. Like, I mean, they watched everything. You were not allowed to have razors. You were not allowed to have shoelaces. You weren't allowed to have anything. Anything conceivably sharp, you were not allowed to have. And it sucked. Like, yeah. You had to share a room with a bunch of people. And now, if you're somebody that's a licensed sleeper, and if you're somebody that, like, the slightest noise wakes you up, you ain't gonna get much sleep unless they sedate you. Because, like, and believe it or not, you know, they did have a rubber room, and they were able to restrain you. And the difference was, I was there voluntarily because I found out it would have been worse if I was actually ordered by a judge. Because, you know, they gave me the option. The hospital gave me the option. You either go willingly or we get a court order. And yeah. So I went voluntarily. Now, I was there for about a week, and that week felt like months. Like, it felt like months. I could not wait to get out of there. Dyer was not as bad. Dyer, they had, you know, a room where you could watch TV. You had access to food at all times, and you went to groups. I went to Dyer twice. And then I went to this place called Ingles. Went to Ingles twice. Now, Ingles, same thing. Ingles, I mean, was nice that we went outside for cigarettes. They took us outside so we could smoke. You know, they didn't deny it. We had really good groups. The groups were awesome. I was there with different people. This one was a little bit, I was kind of with a lot of older people. You know, like adults. I mean, but it was really cool. We had access to food at all times. I mean, there's always sandwiches, and then there was the hospital food, which was terrible. But the beautiful thing was we were able to order out. So, like, if you had money, you were able to, like, order a pizza or fast food or something like that. At least they allowed us to do that. We were allowed to go to the library. We were able to get a pass to go to the library. Once you were, you know, after a couple of days. I was there about 2 weeks each time. And they would allow, you know, once they deemed that, okay, you know, you're in a position that we can transition you into letting you go out, you know, and we don't have to worry about you running away or you self-harming, going off and killing yourself. They would give you a pass and you could go to the library out there, which was a big popular thing to do. We were allowed to have our phones for like an hour. They call people, you know, social media, whatever. They really wanted us not to go on social media, so because they didn't want us, you know, getting upset or whatever like that. Because, you know, there was actually some adults that were there. I mean, one of the adults that was there was actually being bullied by coworkers, which is, at that time, you know, I didn't realize adults got bullied too. That was the thing. I always thought it was like, you know, younger people that got bullied. No, I learned quickly, adults get bullied too. And there was like people that were, you know, that just, you know, suffered a bad break, you know, bad mental breakdown. You know what I mean? The beautiful thing is I got a room by myself, had my own bathroom, my own shower. You know, the place was clean. The groups did help. I mean, I learned some coping skills. Of course, you know, they didn't always have us dope up, but we were given medication. You know, all these places, you were given medication. Like, you saw their psychologist and you were prescribed whatever. I remember they had me on this, I forgot what it's called, but I knew when it was about to kick in. Seroquel, I believe it was called. Because I was on Zoloft and Seroquel. And I have trouble sleeping. So, like, you know, especially new places. Like, I have trouble sleeping. I can't sleep for shit skis. My mind won't shut off. You know what I mean? And I have some nights where even now, to this day, there's some nights where I can't sleep. At all. That's why I say I live on Australia time sometimes. Did I say that? The reason why I say Australia time is, you know, obviously because of Anna. You know what I mean? And I remember talking to Ocean, Monica, and I told Monica what time it was, and Monica was like, well, should you be sleeping? I'm like, I don't. That's the problem. I'm on Australia time. Like, I cannot sleep. So at least I have somebody to talk to at night, because, you know, being in the States, it's dark and everybody's sleeping. I mean, nobody can talk to you at 1 o'clock, 1 or 2 in the morning, you know. But needless to say, they gave me Seroquel. Now, I knew when it was this Seroquel was gonna kick in, because man, oh man, you would eat uncontrollably. And my doctors have always yelled at me about my weight. I did have, once upon a time, did have an eating disorder. Like, my diet was coffee and cigarettes. That was it. I would eat now and then. Because when I'm upset, I don't eat. So, therefore, I developed the eating disorder. You know, and I mean, like, I went on a month. I lived on a month of just coffee and cigarettes and random little things, like a bag of chip hair or whatever. I mean, like, I wasn't eating full meals. You know what I mean? I damn sure didn't eat. I was working at McDonald's at the time, so I damn sure didn't want to eat McDonald's after smelling McDonald's all day long. You know, coming home and smelling like McDonald's. Like, ooh. For a while, I couldn't eat McDonald's because just the smell alone would make me sick. But that would make me eat uncontrollably, and then you're sitting there eating, and the next thing you know, the lights go out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it knocks you out. You be getting ready to eat something, and the food hanging out your mouth and stuff like that. So yeah, I really kind of didn't. I mean, it was good for sleeping. I just didn't like the whole I'm gonna be at the bottomless pit and gotta eat everything in sight type of thing. That's the only thing I didn't like about it. They tried me on lithium, and I do have a video about my experience on lithium, and I will tell you, lithium is... if you ever want to know what it's really like to be for lithium, listen to Evanescence's song Lithium, because, like, let me tell you something. I mean, like, the lights are... You can be in the middle of a conversation, and the next thing you know, you can be staring at somebody with a blank expression. The lights are on, and nobody's home. And it would constantly happen with taking lithium out. So, like, thankfully, I got off of lithium. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm not a pill. I mean, like, ever since my old pills, I'm not a big pill popper. Like, I don't, like, you know. So I constantly get people trying to tell me, well, you should take a Xanax, or you should take this, or you should take that. I'm not a really big pill person. Never happened, you know. And obviously, a lot of people go for weed. Here's a little tidbit for that. The reason why I don't smoke weed is because I'm allergic to the THC. I have tried to smoke marijuana, and that's how I found out I was actually allergic. I wound up in the hospital, and it was not good. So yeah. So that's why I don't smoke weed, and because I don't. A lot of people that assume because I don't smoke weed that I'm against it. I'm not against it. Weed is not a drug. They should just legalize it. I mean, and I know I'm kind of going into a little off topic for a minute, but like for me, alcohol kills more people and does more harm than marijuana does. I'm just stating that flat out. Did I like being committed? No. But it's not like in the horror movies. You know, there's that conception that it's like in the horror movie. It's like in the horror movies and stuff like that, and you know, you're automatically brought into a room in a straitjacket and a padded room. No. Restraining you is last resort. So you know, a lot of times they will sedate you. I mean, if you're getting out of control. I mean, really out of control. But a lot of the times, you know, if they tell you stop and you stop, they don't, you know, they're not, you know, oh my God, you know. I don't want to be committed again. Don't get me wrong. I mean, but I will tell you, the coping skills did kind of help. I think everybody should learn coping skills because it is very easy. Now, I still, like I said, like my anxiety, my panic, my panic, and I still get mental breakdowns from it every now and then. I mean, when she gets overwhelming, and you know, that mental breakdown. Like I said, I'm always gonna battle depression. I mean, I can't help that I was bored with it. I've lost friendships over it. I've lost relationships over it. That's who I am. I mean, I have depression. So, but yeah, like I said, like, you know, it wasn't scary. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It was scary as hell. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was scared, especially like the very first time. Like I actually, like, you know, this is the very first time I had, you know, never been, you know, and I'm thinking horror movies. I'm like, God, like got lobotomized and everything else like that. Just all the horror movie cliches, and it wasn't what I thought it was. But like, I think a lot of what I didn't like was the fact that I didn't like being drugged up. Like, I did not like being drugged up. Some people like that. I didn't at all. Like, I didn't like the fact that I felt like I had no control. Like, at all. Like, I mean, like, you know, I think that was the scariest part, for me. I know a lot of people don't talk about, being committed. Like I said, the majority of my experiences weren't bad, thankfully. I mean, I don't say that I would ever want to go back. I mean, unless I had to, which I don't, you know, plan on it. But it's, like I said, it's not like in horror movies, and, you know, depending on where you get sent, you know, some places, like I said, some places are a lot more lax, some places are a lot more stricter. It just depends on where they sent you. Depends on if you actually get committed to, you know, a treatment center, or if they actually commit you to a mental hospital. That's the difference. Thankfully, the majority of the times I got treatment centers instead of a mental hospital, so I was lucky within that situation. But alright, guys, I'm gonna end this video here. My little sunflower cup, by the way. So, till next video, guys, stay strong, stay lucid, remember love is louder, and I'll see you guys next video. I love you guys. Take care, be kind to one another. Especially now more than ever. Because right now, like, with this coronavirus crap. It's crazy. Alright, see you guys soon. Love yous.